Folks, WrestleMania is coming up April 19th and 20th. And if you don't know, it is the biggest professional wrestling show of the year. And you would think with WrestleMania so close that WWE will be firing on all cylinders leading into it. But is that really the case? In this video, I'm going to break down different aspects of the build to WrestleMania and seeing, are they doing great or they kind of missing a step? Before we get into all that, go ahead and like and subscribe. It means the world. Go ahead and follow me on all socials as Heartfelt. But with all that out of the way, let's get into the video. All right, so in this video, I'm going to break down 4, let's call them categories: the main event, the undercard, the celebrity involvement, because that's a huge part of WrestleMania, and the Hall of Fame class announcement, whatever you want to call it. And I'm gonna give it on a scale of 1 to 5, with 1 being, this is atrocious. This build is cold as ice. Cold as something that's cold, and a 5 being, this build is red hot, it's firing all cylinders, it's roaring to go, we're ready to get it. Cool, let's get into it. Starting off with the 2025 Hall of Fame class, so far as a recording of this is Michelle McCool, Lex Luger, the tag team known as the Natural Disasters, and Triple H. 5 or 6 tends to be the class size, so this probably is it. They might add someone closer to the Hall of Fame, but this is it as a class. It's a pretty good class. Obviously, you have the headliner Triple H, who's one of the greatest villains of all time in pro wrestling. You have Michelle McCool, who is a trailblazer and really a wrestler in an era that women were moving away from like the bra and panties, but they still weren't revered. The wrestling wasn't revered as it is now. You have Lex Luger, who's one of the hugest stars of the 90s. And I'll be honest, I'm not too familiar with the Natural Disasters, but I hear their name a lot and brought up all the time, so they must be pretty good. Obvious glaring here is that there's typically a minority inclusion every year, and there's not so far this year. I mean, still got time, but as of right now, there's not. So, come on, guys. So, all in all, not much else to say. Good list. There's still room for one more, I expect. If there is somebody added, it will be that minority edition. Who knows? I don't know. As of the class structure is now, pretty good. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 based on Lex Luger and Triple H alone. All right, now we move on to celebrity involvement. And so far, the only name really, not confirmed, but heavily implied is Travis Scott. And we'll get on more on that later. But as of right now, there's not any more celebrities really talked about. And again, we're still a pretty decent sized time out, so that can change. But as a recording of this, having only 1 celebrity named, not much else as far as like social stuff online brought up about WrestleMania. I'm gonna give the celebrity involvement a 2. As always, that can go up as soon as more people are like, oh hey, I'll be at WrestleMania with their millions of followers. All right, let's get to the undercard. Again, as of recording, there's nothing officially made, but there are plenty of matches that are heavily implied. Hey guys, Editing Hard here, and so I recorded this video before the March 28th SmackDown, and in that time, a couple of matches got made. Priest, McIntyre, and Owens, Orton made official for Mania, so I'm just going to throw that in here, but most of the sentiment still stands for undercard. So, all right, back to the other me. We have Naomi Jade, which almost certain to happen. We have AJ Styles and Logan Paul, again, almost certain to happen. I expect a multi-man Intercontinental title match, where it's like a fatal 4-way, triple threat, all that kind of stuff. Expect Braun Breaker, who's a champ right now, to defend against more than one opponent. Same thing with the SmackDown tag titles. I expect the Street Profits to be defending against more than one team, given that all the teams are involved. And obviously the US titles will be brought in at some point. The women's Intercontinental and the women's United States title, as of right now, look in danger to miss WrestleMania. I know they're trying to maybe build someone between Bayley and Lyra. Chelsea, who knows, maybe it's an appearance, but you never know. The Raw tag titles, I don't see being anywhere near the show. Really, they may get defended the Raw before WrestleMania, Raw afterwards, but I don't see the World Tag titles being on WrestleMania card. There's also some notable names right now that as of right now, look like they're not going to be on the card of WrestleMania. You got like Karrion Kross, Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax, Liv Morgan really doesn't have a direction unless they just throw in a random tag title opportunity to somebody. So those are pretty big names who have had good years. Timing or whatever is going on, they're really not going to be on the card, which sucks. They deserve a spot, at least they deserve to get on screen at some point in it. So that is tragic. Overall, again, not much is set in stone for the undercard, but as we get closer, expect it to ramp up. So based on potential of the undercard and the match we can get, I'm going to give the rating a 3 out of 5, but that could easily ramp up if we get a cool Intercontinental title defense, if Naomi and Jade is made official, all that kind of stuff. But right now, it's 3 out of 5. And then we get to the main event. And the main event scene is more confirmed than the undercard. We have Jay Gunther for the World Heavyweight title, Tiffany Stratton Charlotte for the Women's WWE title. We have CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns in a triple threat match. We have Cody Cena for the WWE title. All but confirmed we're getting a women's triple threat for the Women's World title and Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca. This one's kind of hard to grade. One is a lot to take in, but the builds have been so vast from each other. Like you have, in my opinion, fantastic builds in CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns, and without a doubt one of the hottest builds leading to WrestleMania in the Rhea, Bianca, Io triple threat, which is crazy because two of the hottest builds are the women's triple threat and Jade Naomi, which is kind of cool. But that build has been hot. And the Cody Cena, it hasn't been super hot yet. It's mostly been about Cena and his heel turn, which is still the biggest thing to happen in pro wrestling in 2 decades, maybe even more than that. And Cody's like, you turned your back, you bitch, basically. And look for, obviously, Travis Scott, who was a part of the Cena turn, and The Rock to show their faces and play more of a role leading into it and the actual match. But really the downside of the main event has been the Royal Rumble winners. Both Jay and Gunther's build and Tiffany Charlotte's has been lackluster, and that's me putting it nicely. You went from the Jay Gunther one, you went from like Gunther saying, "I'll make your life a living hell," to Jay starting to look like a goofball and needing a pep talk from his brother. And thankfully the Jimmy Uso inclusion is starting to help it take the build more shape. Gunther might just straight up murder Jimmy, and Jay gets that fire and takes him down at Mania. We'll see. Tiffany and Charlotte has, to me, done a lot of harm to Tiffany so far in exposing that Charlotte is up here compared to her as far as like promos and getting the best of her. Tiffany did hit a couple moonsaults on her, one in the build-up, but mainly it's been Charlotte standing tall, Charlotte looking good, all that stuff. So Tiffany can still turn it around, but right now it's win, lose, or draws. Charlotte is coming out of this feud looking better as of now. So all that being said, and you got the main events, your Rumble winners. You have the men's triple threat, Punk, Roman, Seth, or the women's triple threat for women's world title. And you have the night 2 main event of Cody Cena. These have been the best parts of the build to WrestleMania, even if there's some flaws in there. So for the main event part, the top of the card build to WrestleMania, I'm going to give it a 4. Would have been a 5 had the Rumble builds not been as ass as they have been. But like I said, we are still a couple weeks out. Anything can change. I am looking forward to WWE doing a better job of getting us ready for the show of shows in Las Vegas. As always, time will tell. All right, that's going to do it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. It means the world to me. Let me know in the comments, do you agree with my ratings? Do you disagree? And really, I want to know some opinions on what other matches are going to get filled out because of this, like in the undercard spot. Do you think other celebrities going to get involved? And do you think someone else gets added to Hall of Fame where it stays as is? I am curious of your opinions. Love to chat about it. But as always, like and subscribe. Follow me on all socials at as Heartfelt. But for this video, I'm just Heartfelt, and I will catch you guys in the next one. And let's enjoy Road to WrestleMania together. All right. Peace.